Hello everyone. In this particular video, I'm going to discuss about data frames in Python with the use of Pandas library. So we are having two different data structures in Pandas. First is the series and second is the data frame. Series is just like a one-dimensional array which is used to contain the elements in one dimension, whereas data frame is used to deal with higher dimension objects such as 2D, 3D, 4D, and to be precise, we will talk about a 2D data frame, or we can just say that data frame is just like a table which we used to have in our DBMS, which consists of rows and columns. So in this particular video, I will explain you how to create a data frame and how to import and export any CSV file using data frame. So basically, the purpose of Pandas library is to use the data or the data sets into the program for visualization, for implementation, and so many other applications. So basically, Pandas is used for data preparation, data analysis, data exploration. So data frame is the base of the Panda library. So just let me start and creating a data frames. So the easiest and the most popular way of creating a data frame is to use dictionaries. And first of all, we have to import these two libraries, that is NumPy, as well as we have to use the Pandas library, and we will use NP and PD instead of NumPy and Pandas. So just let me create a dictionary first. So suppose I'm creating a dictionary uh, with the name ST, that is for students, and here I am taking the very first key as the roll number, suppose 101, 102, 103, 104, and 105. And then I'm taking the name. So basically what I'm doing, I'm creating a new dictionary of students where we are having roll number. Then we are having name, suppose. So in the case of name, suppose the very first name is Pratik. Then we have another student with the name Gaurav. Then we have another student with the name Kathy. Then we have one more student, suppose with the name Seema. And suppose in the last we have one student with the name Virendra. And suppose I'm also considering the age of the student. So we have considered five students. So just let me take any random age of those students. This is a dictionary, so just let me execute it. So if you can see, I have created one dictionary with the name ST, and this dictionary is created using curly braces, and we used to have key and value pair within the dictionary. Now if I want to create a data frame, what we have to use the syntax pd.dataframe, and within the parentheses I have to name pass the dictionary name, and suppose I am using a variable frame to store this particular uh, data. So as you can see, this is the syntax to create a new data frame, and within the data frame I have passed a dictionary. As we have seen in the case of series, the syntax is pd.series. Now if I am going to check the type of this frame variable, so it is going to return pandas.core.frame.dataframe, which indicates that this particular frame variable is containing a data frame, or it is of data frame type. So just let me print this frame variable. So let me show you what is going to happen and how the data frame will be created. So now you can see the very interesting thing. I have just created one dictionary, and I have just passed this dictionary name into the syntax of data frame, that is pandas.dataframe or pd.dataframe. And what it has done, the keys of the dictionary has become the columns of the data frame or the table, we can say, and the values which I have passed in the values. So values, you can see I have passed in the list, so it has become the values for that particular column. So roll number consists of these 5 roll numbers, name consists of these 5 names, and age consists of these 5 values. So this is one of the most easiest and popular way of creating data frame. We just have to create a dictionary and we just have to pass the name of the dictionary inside pd.dataframe. And when we are going to print this frame variable in which I have stored this data frame, it is going to display this data frame as a 2D table. So it is having rows and columns. So 3 columns are there, and the column names are the keys which I have provided, and there are record of 5 different students, and this is the index for the given data frame. So in this manner we can create a data frame. Now let me explain you how to export this particular data into a CSV file. So for importing this particular data into CSV file, we just have to use a very simple function, that is to_CSV, and within the parentheses I want to give any specific name to this file. Suppose I want to give friends.csv. Now, a new file with the name friends.csv will be created, and it will be stored at the default location where my Python has been installed. Otherwise, you can just specify the path where you want to save this particular friends.csv file, and you will see this friends.csv file will contain this entire data and it will become a new CSV file. So I am not specifying any specific path, so it is going to store here in the location where I have exactly installed the Python. So the path is app data, local, programs, then Python scripts, and within the scripts folder I have created a new folder with the name pandas where I am going to store this friends.csv. So now you can see initially in this particular folder we are not having any friends.csv file. So just if I'm going to execute this particular statement of Python, then you will see a new file will be created in this particular folder, and the name will be friends.csv, and that file will contain exactly the same data which I have created using the dictionaries and data frame. So just let me execute it using shift plus enter. So frame.to_csv and friends.csv. So just let me go to the folder to see if the file has created. Yes, now you can see the new file, CSV file, has been created with the name friends.csv, and this is the data which I have created using dictionary. So just let me open this particular file and let me see whether it contains that same data or not. Okay, now you can see it exactly contains 3 columns: roll number, name, and age, and roll number from 101 to 105. These are the name of 5 different students, or we can say 5 friends: Pratik, Gaurav, Khyati, Seema, Virender, and these are the ages. So this is how using a very simple syntax of Python we can simply use create a new CSV file. So what I have did, initially I have imported the 2 libraries, then I have created a dictionary, and within the dictionary I have passed roll number, name, and age as keys, and the values I have passed in the list in all the 3 cases, and then just using the function, the attribute pd.dataframe, and I have passed the name of the dictionary, and then I have just printed the value of this frame variable. Now it contains the data. The keys has become the columns, and the values have become the data to that particular column. Now if we want to export, we want to convert this data into a CSV file. So just we have to use frame dot to underscore CSV, and within the parentheses we have to give the name of the file, whatever we want to give, and a file with the same name, friends.csv, will be created in the default folder where we have installed the Python or in the directory in which we are working. Otherwise, you can specify a new path. So this is all about exporting the CSV file. Now I will explain you how to import any CSV file which is existing in your system into your Python code. So I have one more CSV file with the name batsman. So it is a CSV file which contains the data, IPL data, Indian Premier League data, and it contains the records of batsmen. So we are having the columns, team, name of the player, country, style, role, whether he is wicketkeeper or bowler or batsman, and how many matches he has played, highest score, hundreds, 50s, fours, and sixes he had made during any specific season of IPL. So this is the complete CSV file which contains records of 75 batsmen of different teams. This is Chennai Super Kings, this is Deccan Chargers, this is Kings 11 Punjab, Kolkata Knight Riders, and so many. And this file particularly contains the data regarding the batsmen only. So now I will show you how to import this batsman file into our Python code with the help of DataFrames. So as you can see, this is my CSV file, and I can show you the properties. The type of the file is Microsoft Office Excel, separated values file. So CSV stands for separated values. So it is a CSV file. I can easily import this particular file into my Python code. So just let's see what we have to do. So it is very simple. We just have to use pd.read_csv, and within the parentheses we just have to specify the name of the file which we want to import. So by default, this batsman.csv is in the default folder where I am currently working. So I'm not going to specify any path. Otherwise, if your file is at any other location, suppose D drive or E drive, you can just specify the exact path of that location, and then you can just simply reuse it. So I'm just storing this data in a new variable with the name IPL, and what we have to do, we just have to use another function, another attribute of Pandas, that is pd.read_csv, because now I'm going to import it. So I want to read this batsman file from my system. So we have to use read_csv. In the previous case, I have to create a new CSV file, so the function was to_csv. So I hope the difference is clear. So what I'm going to do, I'm having a CSV file in my system with the name batsman.csv, and I want to import this particular file which contains the records of 75 batsmen of IPL of any particular season. So what we have to use, we just have to use pd.read_csv, and within the parentheses we have to specify the name of the file, and I'm going to store it into the variable IPL. So just let me execute it. So it has been successfully executed. Now if I'm going to print IPL, now you can see it has imported the file batsman.csv which contains the records of 75 batsmen. Now you can see it is also displaying the thing that this particular CSV file consists of 75 rows excluding the column, and total 15 columns are there. So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Total 15 columns are there, and we are having the record of 75 batsmen. And instead of displaying all 75 batsmen, it is going to display the first 5 rows as well as the last 5 rows of the original CSV file. So just let me show you the original file. So the very first batsman is MS Dhoni, then Ambati Rayudu, then Monu Singh. Then just let me go to this file. So you can see this file consists of these 15 columns, and the very first batsman is MS Dhoni, then Ambati Rayudu, then Monu Singh, and let me see the last 5 batsmen. So we have Shrivans Goswami, Riddhiman Saha, Virat Singh, Priyam Garg, and Abdul Samad. So let me see my data. So I'm having the same Shrivans Goswami up to Abdul Samad in my file which I have imported. So in this particular manner, we can simply import or export any CSV files in Python using DataFrames. So in the very next video, I will discuss the various important operations or properties that can be applied to this particular imported data set. We will see how to work with this data set. There are so many functions. If I want to see a specific column, if I want to see first 20 rows of my data set, because this is a long data set which consists of 75 rows, and we will see so many interesting things with the help of data frames. So this was the video which explained about what is a data frame, how to create a data frame, and using data frame how we can create a new CSV file from the existing data set, as well as how we can import a new CSV file which is there in our system. And using read_CSV, I have imported this particular batsman.csv file into my Python code, and in the next video I will explain the various important operations or the functions that can be applied to this particular data set. So I hope this video finds useful to you, and in the very next video I'm going to explore a lot about data frames and working with data sets. Thank you.